Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. And welcome to your Wednesday Wisdom with Spirit, where I will tune in through mediumship or channeling and see who's there, who wants to communicate. So I have my little helper here, Kuma. As soon as I set everything up, she wanted to jump in. So I guess she has something she wants to say too. All right. So, as always, if you're new to my channel, on Wednesdays when I tune in this way, I tune in my most natural way. I don't use cards or anything like that. I just connect into spirit to see what they have to share. So it's pretty much going to be mediumship for me today because as I'm still healing from my surgery, it takes a little less energy than channeling does. So it'll be mediumship today. So I'm just going to tune in for a moment, see who's here, and we'll roll with it. So just 1 second. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, so this is coming from my galactic guides, and they are talking about how right now, yet again, there is a lot of work happening behind the scenes in, they're like in rectifying contracts and considerations and bonds that have been made either in this lifetime or past lifetimes in your soul contract that have had a burden on this lifetime. So essentially what they're doing is, if I back up here, the dark influence on our planet through either negative energies, negative ETs, that kind of thing, has been based on manipulations in kind of soul contracts or soul bonds at different times in our lifetime. And whether that's done individually on your own soul contract or within a corporation or a country or that kind of thing, maybe a family line where there was a contract, a deal made, kind of like when the term I'm hearing is like, sign your life away to the devil or sign your soul to the devil. And I don't mean that in that dark of an energy, but like anywhere where there has been a negative energy placed upon a person, corporation, or government or country kind of thing, those contracts right now are being undone. And so there's a lot of like rectification is what they're saying happening on the higher levels that really does ripple down into our lives. So the reason why they're saying this is because many of you may start to notice this kind of sudden renewal of ease and grace in certain aspects of your life. And that may be, maybe all of a sudden there's this whole shift in your family line towards like open-hearted communication. And you're like, where did this come from? Like, maybe you've been working on your own individual communication and heart opening, but then nobody else in your family is, but then all of a sudden these conversations start happening and there's something that opens up. So what they've been doing and what our spirit guides have been helping with is going back through time, through history, or in this individual lifetime to see where some of those original bonds were created. These like contracts or vows that we've given to different things are being rectified now and replaced with a higher consciousness alignment. And so it's a really interesting time right now. And what they're saying is there's a huge value in you observing the world around you, observe what's happening around you in your life to see where some of these things are changing. And that could also look like, say, for example, you're working for a company and the company before had a very like strict, regimented, very, say, patriarchal, old-fashioned kind of energy to it. And then in the next while, all of a sudden, there's new management that comes in and it's fresh and it's new and it's very inclusive and all of that kind of stuff. That's where kind of the bond to what it was before, maybe and how it was created, has then been shifted. And so the reason why they're saying this is because this is a time of deep liberation for a lot of things that affects a lot of people. And again, that might be your own individual story. It could be some of your spirit guides and your higher self going back to different timelines or lifetimes that you've had, rectifying those bonds and disintegrating certain vows or things that have been holding you back. The reason why all of this is happening right now is they're showing me that with how many of us have been raising our consciousness, holding that consciousness too, that has allowed them to be able to have the bandwidth to go back into those times to help us rectify that with our higher selves. So a really cool thing you can do right now is if you connect into your higher self, and maybe you do that through journaling, maybe it's through meditation, maybe just conversations. If you connect into your higher self, which is the full aspect of who you are, the entirety of everything that you are, basically it's like your higher self is the full pie, and you right now in this lifetime are but a slice of that higher self having a physical incarnation. And so if you connect your energy back into your higher self like you would a spirit guide, you connect to them to talk to them, it can start to filter down information of what is changing in your life, of, you know, where contracts or vows are being shifted and ended and reconfigured, right? There's a big reconfiguration happening right now. And so again, they're saying the reason why they're bringing through this knowledge is because we have done a great part in raising our frequency and holding it there. And they said if we weren't able to hold it there and it just dipped back down again, this would not be possible. So this message is a huge, huge like pat on the back from those in the higher realms of what we are accomplishing in holding our frequencies wherever they are, and how we are continuing to grow and continuing to open and expand and learn and know thyself and choose and all of that. Because we are doing all of that, we are shifting in even bigger ways. And again, these bigger ways are by ending some of these vows, contracts, and configurations. So that is amazingly cool. And yeah, they're like, this could not be done without each and every one of you doing your part. And they really want to emphasize that. Anytime Spirit reminds me or has me repeat things over and over is because of the importance of it. So if nothing else today, give yourself a pat on the back for how far you've come and for how much you've opened up, because it's making a difference, not only for your own personal life, but for the collective as well. So I will leave that with all of you for today. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful, open-filled heart, feeling a renewal in your life force energy. I know I sure do with that message. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.